Project Tornado begins in 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you answer these questions to yourself? Are you and your family ready for a tornado? Would you know what to do? Do you know where to go? Does your family have a plan to stay safe? Now is the time for you to have a plan of action, to be smart about severe weather, and to know your safe spot when severe weather strikes. The goal is simple: to share what you have learned with those around you. Today, we're starting the conversation that you will finish. Pay attention. Now is not the time to talk. This is the time to listen. What you are about to see is real. There will be plenty of time to discuss what you are seeing and hearing. It is important that everyone has the opportunity to learn. Project Tornado is a special presentation from the ABC57 First Warning Neighborhood Weather Team.
Few things on this earth can match the force of a powerful tornado. The fastest cars and trains would have a hard time keeping up with this force of nature. These cone-shaped columns of spinning air and debris can leave a path of destruction in just seconds. When all the ingredients come together, the strongest and most violent tornadoes are born. Preventing a tornado is impossible, but if we know how to prepare, it can mean the difference between life and death. Tornadoes have touched down on every continent except Antarctica, and none of us expect to live there for the rest of our lives. So it's important that we plan now to increase our chance for survival the next time one strikes. The Wizard of Oz might be the first place many of us learned about the power of a twister, as Dorothy and Toto were swept up and carried away to a faraway land. Realistic? At the time the movie was made in the 1930s, yes. Perhaps more striking were scenes from this movie, Twister.
Cow. I gotta go, Julia. We got cows. Another cow.
Unfortunately, this film caused people to believe they could chase tornadoes, even though they weren't trained for it. In order to study these powerful storms, let's first go back to April 11th, 1965. This date is better known as the Palm Sunday tornado outbreak, when a total of 47 tornadoes touched down across 6 states, 10 of which spawned across Indiana. The hardest hit, the town of Dunlap. After the twister ripped through the town, 45 people were killed, and 33 of those people were in mobile homes. Across Indiana, a total of 137 people lost their lives, with over 1,200 injured. This is the deadliest outbreak on record for our state. A little less than 10 years later, a whopping 148 twisters formed in just 24 hours in the super outbreak of 1974. The storm covered 2,500 miles across 12 states, including Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio. In Indiana, the towns of Monticello, Rochester, and Talma were directly hit by an EF4 tornado and were almost destroyed. Across the Midwest, a total of 315 people lost their lives and 5,000 people were injured. You may remember the November outbreak of 2013. A powerful storm raced across the plains, strengthening mile by mile as it set its sights on the Midwest and Michiana. Indiana alone saw 30 tornadoes, making it the largest tornado outbreak in November for the state in recorded history. One of these tornadoes blew out a middle school gymnasium wall, while the other passed through the southeast side of Kokomo, destroying homes and several restaurants. Luckily, there were no more than 2 injuries in Indiana. Also in 2013, the city of Moore, Oklahoma was hit by a devastating tornado. This was the second time an EF5 hit the city in just 14 years. Wind speeds reaching up to 200 miles per hour, and the twister was over 1 mile wide at its peak. It destroyed over 1,000 homes, causing nearly $2 billion in damage. 400 people were injured and 24 people lost their lives. Less than a year ago, on July 1st, 2014, a line of severe thunderstorms started to grow and race across northern Illinois around 10 p.m. As it approached, wind gusts were topping out at 70 miles per hour. A total of 11 tornadoes touched down, a countless number of trees were knocked over, thousands were without power, and 2 people died. Those deaths were not from a tornado, but from trees crashing into homes from straight-line wind. While tornadoes typically cause damage in every direction, straight-line wind knocks down trees all in the same direction. Most damage from severe weather across Michiana is caused by straight-line wind. The more time passes without a tornado, the more likely we are to let our guards down. But the truth is, a tornado can happen in any of our neighborhoods at any moment. That is why it's important to understand what goes into making a tornado touchdown. First, in order to get thunderstorms to form, you need warm, moist air. This typically comes from the Gulf of Mexico. As the warm air is confronted by a completely opposite air mass, one that is cool and dry, thunderstorms form. As these storms grow tall, they encounter wind shear. Wind shear is the change of wind direction with height. If the wind is out of the southeast at ground level and the wind within the cloud is from the southwest, the storms can begin to twist. If the shear is strong enough, the storm begins to rotate. Only the strongest of these rotating storms goes on to produce a tornado. At ABC57, we have a wide range of tools to help us detect when conditions are right for a tornado. More than a dozen computers are running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so that we can warn you hours in advance of a potential tornado. If there's a storm system that could produce a tornado watch is issued. If you find yourself outside during this time, it's a good idea to keep your eye to the sky. If you see lightning or hear thunder, go inside and turn to ABC57. If the storm starts twisting, we or one of several trained spotters across our area will see it first, and a tornado warning will be issued. This means you need to seek shelter immediately. The main goal during a tornado is to find your safe spot. You and your family should plan ahead before severe weather strikes. Locate your safe spot and know how to act quickly when a tornado touches down. The objective is to put as many walls as possible between you and the swirling debris. Basements are the best, with the area under stairwells the safest. The next best place is an interior room, like a closet or bedroom. However, the rules change if you're in a mobile home. If you live in a mobile home or a manufactured home, you're actually safer outside. Mobile homes can be rolled or even shredded by a tornado. The central part of the United States is called Tornado Alley. This area of the country is most likely to see tornadoes. Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas are only a small handful of many states affected by tornadoes. In fact, there are more tornadoes each year in the United States than any other place on Earth. When strong storms track toward Michiana, you'll see this at the bottom of your TV screen. This helps us show you all the weather watches and warnings, but it's very important you know the colors. A severe thunderstorm watch is displayed in pink. When there is large hail or damaging wind, the watch becomes a warning and is displayed in orange. Tornado watches are displayed in yellow. When warnings are issued, the map turns red. This is the time to act. Most counties have outdoor tornado sirens. Their loud wail assures everyone outside can get the warning. If the skies are dark and you hear that sound, seek shelter and find your safe spot immediately. Let's see how much you know about tornadoes. If you know the answer, shout it out. True or false? Tornadoes always travel from southwest to northeast. False. Tornadoes travel with the direction of storms, and most of the time, that is from the southwest. True or false? Tornadoes only occur in Michiana in spring and summer. False. Tornadoes occur at any time of the year, including the winter months. True or false? It is easy to outrun a tornado in a car. False. A car is not a safe place to ride out a tornado. You're better off in a ditch or a culvert, covering your head with your hands. True or false? Most tornadoes occur in the late afternoon hours. True. Prime time for tornadoes is between 4 and 8 p.m., but tornadoes can occur any time of the day. True or false? We are safe from tornadoes because we live near one of the Great Lakes. False. A tornado can strike valleys, near large bodies of water, or on top of mountains and hills. There is nothing in our geography that protects us from tornadoes. True or false? Highway overpasses offer safe shelter during a tornado. False. Many people believe the structure of a bridge will protect you, but the air and debris is channeled there. Your best bet is to get as low as possible.
It's important everyone is calm and safe during a tornado emergency. You are about to complete our Project Tornado course, but you need to share what you've learned with your family and friends. Coming up with a plan during a tornado won't do anyone any good. Plan now, find your safe spot, and rest assured, the ABC57 First Warning Neighborhood Weather Team will be watching and waiting for the next tornado to touch down. Will you be ready for it? Project Tornado is a special presentation from the ABC57 First Warning Neighborhood Weather Team.